I'm back. This is Bridget Danner here to give you the next installment and a little information about our functional coaching program. So this video is a little different perhaps than the rest, and I feel almost kind of vulnerable giving it. But I think it's important. I think it's an important part of the conversation, and it does help you determine if this is the right fit for you. So here we go. Today we're really going to be talking about you and your experience of going through your health journey. And just to kind of give you a frame of reference on why I might know a thing or two about this, I'm going to share a bit of my own journey. So about 2 years ago, actually probably 2.5 years ago now, I got really sick with strep throat and had to take antibiotics for the first time in 20 years. And when that was over, I was just so tired, and I did a detox and it didn't do anything, and I got IV therapies and they didn't do anything. So I was ready for some answers because I led a healthy lifestyle, and I had some stress and some of the usual things, but this just seemed to be too much. And long story short, we ended up testing for mold in our home in Oregon, and turned out we did have toxic mold in our home, and that was affecting our health, and it became a really long and difficult journey. We ended up having to get rid of everything we owned in that home, remodeling it, selling it. It was incredibly expensive. My husband and I missed work. We had really high medical expenses. And then the symptoms were really challenging. My eye was twitching, my legs were twitching. I couldn't think clearly at all. I got a lot of infections. I ended up getting on more antibiotics later that year. And, it just really affected our relationships and just everything. It was completely like you take our lives and you turn it upside down and shake it. And I think one of the hardest things for me as a practitioner was how hard it was to overcome my symptoms. So certainly things started to get better, but other symptoms seemed to pop up when one went away. So my hormones were also really having trouble. I didn't sleep well. I found out I had a reoccurrence of Epstein-Barr virus, and it was really overwhelming. I mean, there are still days that it's hard for me because I just feel like, I'm this special case. But as I do more and more of this work, I realize there's so many people out there suffering with their health, even the ones who, seem to be living a mainstream life and having no problems. If you dig a little deeper, they do have symptoms, and they're frankly probably just like a powder keg waiting to happen. So if you're, younger or whatever age you are and you're having symptoms, realize it's really a gift to understand that there's some major imbalance in your body. And these symptoms, I know it can be easier to ignore them. Oh, everybody's tired. Everybody has PMS. Everybody, can't think clearly. No one sleeps well. But it's actually really dangerous to ignore these symptoms because they develop into the more serious fatal conditions that we know of, like heart disease and cancer. And, the modern world, modern medicine doesn't give things like heart disease enough credit to that. A lot of it has to do with the toxicity in our lives, and no one really gets those connections. So what I'm trying to say is I understand that the health journey is really hard, and it's frustrating to feel like you're not getting results or you're spending money again to try to get better. My husband gets to be saying, oh, we've tried everything. Why bother to try anything else? But you've never tried everything, unless you've taken a ship to the Mars and gotten some rocks off Mars to see if they were medically useful. You haven't done everything. There's always more you can do. And I really want to emphasize the importance of relationship and health as well. So if you've never worked with me, you and I have never worked together. And there's going to be a synergy there that you've never had with any other human being. So this is how, even though I don't know everything, I know I'm 100% dedicated to our clients. And I know that there's going to be a relationship that develops that's very special and can influence that person in major ways. But a part of that is being open to it. So, signing up is a big step, and we really thank you if you decide to sign up. But sticking with it are all the little steps that you need to keep doing. And often the way you keep doing that, at least what I find, is just not settling for less than you deserve. I know I deserve to be able to travel and feel well when I travel. And that's still like a goal I'm working on because of my own health and health history. I know I deserve to have energy all day and sleep well at night and not need drugs to get around that. I know I deserve to live a long life and not get cancer as a complication of some of the things that I've gone through already. So frankly, I think it's a lot of a self-worth issue that keeps us moving forward. And there's times where you can't take the step you wanted, like you have to wait a little bit on your money or this or that. But as long as your intention is to keep moving forward, and when you're frustrated, you work through it, or you wait it out, not wait it out for a month, but wait it out for a day, and just move beyond it, because you're absolutely 100% worth everything you put in, because you deserve those results of really great health so that you can do whatever it is you want in life, whether it's, have more time with your kids where you aren't dragging your butt around, or start a business or volunteer. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's just the fact that you're fully able to live life and have that vitality that we want you to bring to the world. Everybody, I believe, is meant to come and bring their gifts and uniqueness to the world. And if your light is dim because you don't feel well, that you're not bringing it in. You're not showing up. So please don't normalize your symptoms and say, well, everyone feels this way and I can't spend the money again. And what if this doesn't work? It's really just saying, making a stand and saying, I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to take that step because I'm worth it. So whether you do it with us, this is just kind of a concept that I think is really important as you go through chronic health symptoms. I'll say one more thing is, please don't minimize to say, well, other people have it worse than me. Even if your only thing, so to speak, is you have really bad PMS every month, that's messing up every single month. So don't minimize that. You're totally worth seeing that go away. And that journey of you becoming the person who is in that next phase of life where you're healthier is going to take some transformation. It's going to take, you being tough and you being flexible at the same time. So just that resiliency is really important. And it's something that I very much value, which is why I'm talking to you about it right now. And as you go through a program with us, we're going to be holding that space for you to say, hey, yeah, we know this isn't always easy, but we're here for you. We believe in you, and we're going to rally the troops around you. So thank you for listening, and I'll be back at the next email for a little bit more practical nuts and bolts, and that can hopefully help you make your final decision, and we'll have your gift for coming through this with us. Thanks.